Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I want to thank all of you for coming. My dear friends, it's great to see you. I have the Toastmasters Club here. I'll put a plug in for. They meet every Monday night at 5:45. If you're interested in public learning, public speaking, this is a place to come. Monday nights, right there. So please keep it in mind. I know all of you know me. My name is Brett Broughton. I was a federal agent for almost 30 years. I started out as a customs inspector in International Falls, Minnesota, which is home. Before I go too much further, I do want to say thank you to my lovely wife, Patty, and my daughter, Rachel, who helped make all of this possible. They deserve all the credit. Law enforcement is a real experience. I don't know how many have participated in it, either volunteer or actually done the work. I know some have. International Falls was a sleepy little place, but it led to another sleepy place in North Dakota, then St. Louis, Missouri, where I became an agent, then to Minneapolis, Minnesota, and finally finished up as a resident agent in charge in Duluth, Minnesota, that I ran an office that was in charge of a section of Minnesota, including the Arrowhead up the North Shore. I managed a staff of around 4 special agents in their investigations, and I was the manager. During the course of my work experience, people said, someone's got to write a book. There's just too much that's happened, too much worth telling. Someone's got to write a book. I wrote a book. It took me about 6 months total. It was easy. I lived it. What's the purpose of the book? There's 2 purposes. First, to inform. The second is to persuade. How do I inform you with this book? What I'm about to tell you are things that you're not going to see unless you're on the inside. So that's the purpose and the way I'm going to inform you through this book and through what we'll talk about briefly this evening. Second one is to persuade. We've all been through this. We as a society are told what we see. It doesn't matter we witness it. We have someone, we take their word for it. No, you didn't see that. This is what you really saw. It's like having x-ray specs. I don't know how many have had x-ray specs. I finally got a hold of them. I always wanted them. My mom said, no, you're not going to be looking through clothing. You're not going to do it. But x-ray specs are nothing but an illusion. And when someone starts asking questions, why is this happening this way? Can someone explain this new government program? They say it's all crystal clear, just put these on. It's going to make perfect sense. What I'm going to try to tell you to do, put these away. We as adults know they don't work. It's nothing but illusion. They don't work. Besides informing and persuading, I was at a National Speakers Association function about a month ago. I brought it up. I said, I'm writing a book. I said, this is what I want to do. A fellow who's in the know, another author, said to me, why would anyone care what you have to say? Why? I thought, that's a great question. Why would anyone care? So I thought about what I was going to try to do, what the purpose was. I came up with a formula called SIT, S-I-T, where I talk about security and sovereignty are one term, security, sovereignty, the S, I for immigration, and T for trade. It's a 3-pronged approach to what I want to do to tell people this is why you should be concerned. I thought it was a great question because I wasn't ready for it. I didn't have an answer. I couldn't convince him because I didn't. In thinking back to what the fellow at the National Speakers Association said to me as to why should people care? If you don't care about any of these issues at this point, I got nothing. Because there's nothing left except a choice. choice left up to you. you can take these off and replace them with this. Thank you very much.